Alright, let's bend the other side. Once I wipe my face off so I can see. She's about 50% humidity on the verge of rain. About 90 degrees. Cooler than yesterday. We got some bad storms come through yesterday. Bad storm. I mean bad. Knocked a bunch of trees and power out. Closed some roads. Yeah, you know. Can't drop it, John. Don't do no good to drop it. That's alright. There's plenty of heat in it. Open her up now. Tell me what you think of that. I like it. Don't know how well it'll work in the hand. I don't. I know y'all can't see me very good because I won't hold still. Just trying to straighten it up a little bit. Where they are together. Y'all tell me which one you like the best. Right? Right. They're 6-inch. They're kind of cool. But we'll get them going. Alright. Let's get them knives in there. These are ready to take back inside, do some grinding work on them. Get the kitting on them. I'll lay them over here on this steel table. We'll let them cool. Now we're going to get them knives back in there and get them ready to quench. Before I do that, it's not going to take long for them to come up to quenching temperature. I always want to make sure that I can see for one. And I always want to make sure that my oil is about 150 to 170 degrees. So I got a block of steel right here. I'll lay in here and I'll get that steel hot. I can feel that oil. I already put that block of steel in there about 30 minutes ago, but it's cooled down. So I'm going to heat that block of steel up and I'm going to quench that oil with it. What that's going to do is heat my oil up. Won't take long, get it hot. This fork is right now getting ready, just about to be ready to work with now. I'm impatient sometimes, you know. Old Ford, you gotta let her heat up. Anything old, it takes a little longer. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Heat that oil. You don't want to get it so hot that you get your oil over 200 degrees. You don't want to do that. You just want to get that oil nice and hot. You can hear it sizzling like bacon. Oh yeah. Just stick your finger in there. Oh, that oil's perfect. That's a good temperature. Well, shake it off. Lay it out of the way. Wipe the tongues off. We don't want no oil on the knives. We'll take the first one. We'll do these one at a time. Take the first one. We're going to edge quench these knives. Okay, we're only going to heat the bottom section. Well, we're going to heat the blade, but we're only going to temper the bottom of the blade. We don't want to temper the top. I'll show you why. I'll tell you something else I'm going to do too. The knife maker showed you one time. Over heating this tip causes it to be brittle. Even when you draw the temper back, it's still brittle. So you always heat the butt of the knife first. What that does is that heats up the majority of the steel. So when you flip it around, by the time the tip gets hot, the whole knife's hot. So we'll let that thing soak right there a minute. It won't take long. It will not take long. And we'll be able to flip it around. Matter of fact, I could probably stick them both in there. If I'm turning them around, it won't hurt it. It'll get that much hotter, that faster. Get these jewels done. That way I can get some handle material on them. Get some handle material on them, get them things done and shipped out. Running out of time. But you know how it is. You like to half axes and sledgehammers. We do all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna throw them in there before it's over with and straighten them up, heat treat them, get them sharpened up. Might give them away to somebody at Tuscaloosa. I don't know. I may just pick somebody out and send it to them. Railroad spike knives. If you're just learning how to make knives, that's a good medium to try. They're inexpensive. They're not the greatest high carbon steel you can buy, but they're fun to play with. You can do a lot of things with them. They're not hard to forge out. It'll teach you feathering skills to feather your edges down. It'll teach you how to draw steel out. It's a really good tool to use. See, the butt of them knives are glowing. This is not going to take long. So we'll take that out. We'll lay that on the anvil, flip her around. I'll grab it high on the back. Stick her in there and I'll hold it this time. Yes, it's hot, but that's part of it. See, there's a hot spot right there. Or a cold spot, excuse me. this forge is hot now. I know y'all can see that. I'm trying to stay out of your way. Check for non-magnetic. Almost. He's about ready to quench. Just about. It's past non-magnetic now. I just want to get an even heat. She's ready. Oh yeah. She's quenched, that's it. It's all over but the crying. There's your quench line right there. Guarantee you I can take a file, she'll skate right off. We'll lay her on the anvil. We'll flip this one around. Lay her in the forge. And wipe our brow. Whew. We'll let these knives cool real good. I know they're not warped. I heat cycled them 3 times. But if you're curious about that, we'll check one. Usually when you edge quench one, they don't warp. She's as straight as the road to the supermarket, buddy. Yes, sir. That knife is ready. Non-magnetic already. We'll grab her on the top. That oil's good and warm. This is one of the best knife hardening forges I've ever had. Yes, it is. I try to move them around in the oil with the blade. I don't want air bubbles to form against the steel because that traps heat. If you'll move it where them air bubbles come off the side of that knife, you won't trap no heat in there, and it will harden a lot better. It's hard. Just like that. There's your quench line. Everything below that line, if I was to drop it, it'd break it. Have it, race fans. And she's nice and straight. Edge quenching knives, never had a problem with that. Well, we're gonna lay these knives up here where I can use this anvil. Yes, we are. Because I want to throw a couple of these spikes in there. Get the right tones here. Let me see what we got. That'll work. Throw both of them in there. Let them get hot. Take a quick break, get a drink of water. What do y'all think?